Welcome back, students, to my class. Today, grade 10, we will be continuing the input and the output in a programming language. So we know what input and output is because, for example, we can input information into a laptop. So we're typing up, we're inputting the information. If we want to print it, we're outputting information. Well, we can do that in a programming language. Anything we tell the computer to do, we're inputting it in. And it will also print out what we said to the computer. All right, fine. So without further ado, okay, just a reminder, we're using the free PASCAL app. Some might use the Lazarus, but today we'll be using the free PASCAL application. So I will now share my screen for us to get in. And then I'm just doing a short little demonstration on what the input and outputting of information is. So okay, all right, so I'm just going to find it here. I'm just going to open, I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to go to New Source File, and that's where we will be typing our program. So the first thing, we're going to just delete this part because we don't need it. All right, we have to name our program. So you have to put program, and we're going to give it a name. I'm going to call it me. Have to always remember semicolon. Now, while programming, we have a thing called variables, and variables is just what you decide to name what you're going to use in your program. So if you're going to put, if you want to ask the program to put your first name, then you know you're going to put probably like you're going to name it F name or say first name. And also you have to give it we're going to put our variable, and how we do this is but before we do so, I just remembered. Before we do so, we have to use C uses CRT, and this is just basically pulling from a library that we will be using. We're going to have the variable. So once you put the variable, we're good. So as I was telling you before, variables are what you choose to name your item that you'll be using in your program. For example, I will be naming I'm going to ask the program to print my first name or to output my first name. So I will be like, I'm going to name it F name. So F name for first name. So F name, and I'm going to put a colon there because we have to call on the name. So we have a thing called parameters. So we're going to need, you can have integers, string, real, boolean. It all depends on what you're using. So first name is really a string. So anything that has letters and so forth, you call it a string. So I have to put a colon to show that I'm going to be using it. So that the program can read that I put it there. And to ask for the person to ask for their age. So I'm going to input my age. So I'm going to let the computer know that I'm going to be asking for. I'm going to put that there, and age is an integer, and you know from primary school, you know integers and so forth. Integers, whole number and so forth. So you know say age is number, so it's a integer. So we'll put integer, and again we put our semicolon. Now To start our program, in Pascal, we have to have begin and end. So in begin, we're going to let the computer know that we're going to be asking for a name. So we're going to put right line, and this right line is used to output information. Again, right line is used to output information. So we're going to write line, which is write ln. We're going to put a little bracket. We're opening our bracket, and then we put a single quote, because in Pascal we use a single quote. Now we're going to ask, what is your first name? Not F name, sorry, first name. And then we close the single quote, and then we close our brackets, and then we close the sentence. Now we want to input. We want to input our first name. So now we're going to put read ln, which is read line, and then we're going to put here. So we're going to, we already asked the computer, we already told the computer what's our. Okay, so sorry about that. So we're going to input our first name. So we'll have to let the computer know that we're going to be inputting information into it. So we'll have to put read line there. And always remember a semicolon. Then we want to spice things up and just maybe add another write line. When we add that write line, what we're going to do is say your name is, then we close our sentence there, and then we put you're looking for. So we just, all right, so we already write our name there. So what we're going to do is just say your name is and what our variable is. So we're going to close our brackets. I'm sorry, my computer is freezing. All right, we're going to close our bracket there, and then we have, okay, so we're good to go. All right, so we ask for another, we set another variable up here. So we're going to ask the computer for it. So we're going to write line. Oh, sorry, we did not let the computer know that we are accept. Oh, all right, so we're going to accept another, we're going to print out another information, and that is our age. So I'm going to ask the person, what is your age? Quotes inside it. Read line. Age. And again, we have to put read line in order for it to actually accept anything. So we're going to go to our second, or we're going to finish this by saying write line again. Your age is line there in our program. Okay, let's check for any errors. Okay, we have to give our program a name, so I'm going to name it again me. So great, we don't have any errors. Congratulations, guys. We have done this. We have had a program with 0 errors. So we're now going to execute our program. And here it asks for a name. My name is Tia. Her name is Tia. And then we're going to, what's your age? I am 15. Your age is 15. So the only issue we could have done here is to give a little space. And yeah, so once we'd have done that, it would have been a perfect program. So guys, thank you again for joining me, and I hope you have learned something. Have a great day and stay blessed.